Hey Scorpio, welcome to Intention 1111. Today I'm going to be doing a timeless read for all you Scorpios out there. Wanted to say thank you guys so much, Scorpios. You're always so good about viewing the videos, and I surely appreciate you guys. New subscribers, welcome. And of course, those of you who've been there since day one, I truly appreciate y'all. If you'd like to book a personal read with me, you can reach me at where your intentions at, did I even say that right? You can reach me at where your intentions at intentions1111.com. It'll be down in the box below if you choose to book a read. So, I still check the Jezebel Way Tarot email. You know, I still do, but, you know, I'm redirecting over there. So, don't forget to like and subscribe if you so choose. So let's see, Scorpio, what we got for you. This is just kind of a freestyle read. You know, whatever comes out, comes out. And at whatever time it reaches you, it's meant for you. Don't y'all hate that on TikTok when they're all about, when you see those reads on TikTok and they're like, if this message is reaching you, it's for a reason or whatever they say. I always just scroll right up. It just gets on my nerves so hard. But anyway. All right, let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Okay, upheaval. Lord have mercy. Shock, the unexpected. Okay. That's a day in the life, okay, over here in Scorpio world. Letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. Okay, this seems eerily starting to sound similar to the weekly read. Infatuation, adoration, addiction, compulsion. Lord have mercy. Somebody is running through their mind. Bittersweet, dwelling, reminiscing. Somebody is running through their mind trying to get a hit off Scorpio. Okay? Somebody acts as an addiction to you, Scorpio, or you act as an addiction to someone. And I wish I could describe what I'm thinking. So they're running through memories, looking at old pictures. They're reminiscing about what was, okay? And this might be a twin flame thing, okay? But somebody is experiencing, when they're doing this reminiscing and this addiction, this obsession that they have, switch it how you need to, it's a sense of regret and validation, right? It's a sense of, why didn't that work out? Why couldn't we make that work? It's a sense of someone not letting go, someone still being in a longing stage with another person. So the unexpected may happen. There may be an unexpected upheaval here in a situation. Somebody may be trying to release, and somebody may be holding on for dear life. There is a depth to this connection, though, I will tell you that. There is a depth and a beauty to this connection. It feels almost like such a deep sadness is what I'm feeling right here, right now. Such a deep sadness and regret over the loss. And this may be somebody, Scorpio, or you may be this person, however you need it to go, who still has feelings for you, who still loves you, right? Or you still love them. But this is almost like you've convinced yourselves that this is a hopeless situation. And maybe it is. Maybe there's been too much water under the bridge here, right? Maybe there are circumstances that do prevent this connection from kicking off, from happening, from going somewhere. It's very complex. It's very deep feelings. And it's sort of bittersweet. It's sort of a really sad, beautiful type of story. I know, I come out with that right on the bat, right? And I wish you could, I wish I could like plug you in so you could feel it. But it's a deep sadness and longing. A loss, a great big loss, okay? So let's move on. But it kind of feels like here, I think the both of you from time to time run over the memories of the situation. And it could happen in times when you're feeling sad, when you're not feeling comforted, you're not feeling something that isn't working out, you know, and you run back to this person maybe in your head for some sort of comfort. Anyway, this is strange. So let's see what's going on. Very complex, very sad and beautiful. It's very strange. Okay. Show me Scorpio. It's a compulsion also. One of the words on this card here is compulsion. Almost like you can't help it. Somebody can't help it, or you can't help it, right? This is somebody you may check up on from time to time over the course of the years. You know, and wonder what they're up to, wonder how their lives are doing, hoping that they're happy or whatever, right? Something strange like that. You guys let me know in the comments section below if you understand what I'm saying, right? So at any rate, this situation, whether it's you or the other party, somebody's going to be, you know, kind of putting something out there. Somebody's going to be, it's a small thing, a small token, like, hey, how you been? I was thinking about you. I hope things are going well for you, right? And it may not necessarily be that their expectation is that they're trying to worm their way back into your world, or they're trying to get on it, you know, or anything like that. It's just this person exhibits an unconditional love that they just want you to be happy, you know, whether it's with them or without them or what. Whether you're in their life or out of their life, they're still going to love you. Doesn't matter. Either way, right? It's like that Chris Stapleton song, either way. Whether you're here or you're not, it doesn't change my feelings for you, right? It doesn't change how I feel about you. So Scorpio, you may have somebody here who feels that way about you, or you may, you know, have a situation like that in your world. But you may hear from this person a little bit, and they may, hey, how you been doing? I hope you're well. Thinking about you, hope you're well. It's something as simple as that, okay? However, this quickly turns into, let me just show you the energy of these two cards, okay? This, hey, how you doing? I've been thinking about you, or whatever, quickly turns into this roaring fire, okay? Very quickly. So if you're not interested in dealing with this person in that way or whatever, don't bother with it. If you are, then, you know, I think you're going to get what you desire here in this situation, because it quickly turns into something flammable, okay, in all kinds of ways between you and this person. And also you may be dealing with something that's coming in and out of your life a lot this way. Very passionate, very sexual, love, of course. But there's always a point with this person, it seems like, where things kind of blow up in you guys' face. You know, it seems like there's always something here, that there's a loss that happens between you and this other person. Either you get wrapped up in what's happened in the past and you start to become resentful again, and then you're like, oh yeah, now I remember. You know, or you just don't agree on something that the either party does. Something happens that make you guys go back into your corners again. And this cycle repeats itself over and over and over with this person. over the years, it's repeated, repeated, and repeated. So it's like there's something there that keeps the two of you repelled, but longing to be together. I don't know. So at any rate, you guys may go into a situation again where you juggle with the idea of giving it a go. Like, what the hell? Why not? It's another opportunity here, to kind of change this cycle. Maybe it is also karmic energy that you're dealing with a person. Maybe this is past life situation that in this life you're trying to get it right and you're trying to pay off that karmic debt or whatever, and you guys just can't make it to the fucking bank. It's something like that. This could be a karmic situation. Doesn't have to be a divine counterpart. It could be a karmic situation, a karmic past life with someone that, you're having to fix some sort of a cycle that keeps happening between the two of you. At any rate, I think you'll do it again. I think that you guys will give it another kick at the cat. It's almost as if you can't help yourselves, right? I mean, it's like a moth to a flame. It's like telling a kid not to touch a hot damn stove. And what happens? You put your hand right on that hot burner, right? And you're going to get burned by this person. They're going to burn you so hard, right? And likewise, okay, you're going to burn them, right? But it's like you can't stop burning each other. So there's some issue here about if we can't be together, then we're just going to destroy each other, right? If I can't have you, nobody can have you, right? I'm never letting go. It's something strange like that, like you just want to destroy each other, right? Because you can't have it. You can't have each other for whatever reasons, okay? So you just want to destroy each other, just hurt each other. You come together and it's great in the beginning, and then boom, that thing always happens that happens. And it's like you just put all your efforts into burning each other to the goddamn ground. I don't know what this is. I've not seen this before. This is interesting. When you're with each other, you have a hard time, but when you're away from each other, the sadness is so overwhelming that you can't deal with it. So, y'all know what that is out there. I'm not quite sure what's happening with it. But, again, addiction, compulsion, going over memories, going over pictures, going over things that you shared together. Deep connection to one another. But there's always this idea of having to let go or letting go. Because if you don't let go, you're going to destroy each other. So I'm not sure what the disconnect is in the middle, right? And what brings it back together again. It's like this cycle that repeats itself over and over. But let's see. Let's kind of see what that's about. Show me. Show me the Five of Swords. Show me the Ten of Swords. What's this disconnect in the middle of this situation? What's the issue? What's the karmic lesson? What's the issue here? The lack of effort, lack of work. The lack of coming into union, the lack of coming into balance with each other. It's almost as if each one of you wants to drive the bus, right? It's almost like a domination issue. You want to dominate the other one. You want to dominate them and they want to dominate you, and it's just not going to happen. There's something also here about vulnerability that can't be had. Somebody gets real locked up real quick because they get scared. Once they start getting scared and they get frozen in their tracks, they start locking those doors up. and pulling those walls out. And they freeze the other one out because of the lack of being able to be vulnerable to them, the lack of being able to surrender. So then the block happens, the break happens, the situation comes to a standstill, and then the cycle starts all over again. Again and again and again. There's also probably issues with holding on to communication that wasn't so good, holding on to resentment that wasn't so good. And then, boom, you retreat back to your corner here, both of you with the Hermit card. And then it's a long, sad track with the sadness and longing and separation. And the cycle begins again and again and again. But I will say something really interesting about this connection, though. While the separation is happening between the two of you, there's a great deal of psychic and telepathic activity that happens between the two of you. You feel what they're feeling, they feel what you're feeling, you're dreaming about each other. You know, it's like you're having open conversations with them in your head or whatever. And they know, they know the conversation. So it's a really strange thing that happens while you're away from one another that maybe keeps it linked, you know, keeps it in a loop, right? If there was a way to stabilize that and remove that block that you have between the two of you, this relationship could really be unstoppable. There will be another opportunity for this to arise again. You've got a lot of fours indicating coming back together or trying to balance something out. Someone's saying here that they can't endure the heartbreak of it one more time. It's too taxing. Emotionally, they can't endure this again, right? Even though in the quiet moments or whatever, they're hoping for another opportunity with you. So, yeah, lovers. Yeah, there's a lot of divine patterns here. There's a lot of karmic patterns here, too. But the difference between the divine patterns and the karmic patterns in this read are that, you know, the karmic, bye-bye, right? I mean, once you've learned that lesson, it's kind of done, right? It's not a continuous, deep psychic thing you've got going on here with this person. So that's why it kind of leads me to believe it's not really a karmic situation. Maybe a lot of karmic energy, but not karmic partner. Balancing out situation, lovers balancing out situation, being transparent with one another about the lack, about the defensiveness, about the blocks, about trying to build walls up and protect oneself. Communication. Communication is the specific key to this problem. Now, I'm not talking about telepathic communication. I'm not talking about psychic stuff between the two of you. Transference of emotion. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about literal, physical, verbal communication with this person. It's a big blocker here. It's a big blocker. So let's see what Scorpio can expect for the outcome for this situation. What can Scorpio expect the outcome for this situation? What can Scorpio expect the outcome for this situation? Okay, Two of Cups moving forward. Transparency, making plans, giving to each other, matching energies. Apologies, being willing to say and own and say, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry I did that. I don't know why I did that. Or, you know, I did that because of this, you know, or whatever. Again, communication. The lack of apology and the lack of communication in this situation between the two of you puts you in this Five of Wands mode every time. When if you would just be honest and open and vulnerable with each other, I think, you know, a lot could be solved in this situation. And you would have the desires of your heart, right? But you got to open up that mouth. Somebody's got to be vulnerable, and somebody has to learn to communicate, right? And you've got a situation like this happening, right? But on the bottom of this deck, you've got secret admirer, beginning, nourish each other, let go of resentment, confusion about resentment, fantasy, loyalty, and despair. When it's in separation, heart song is what the desire is. Epiphany. So realizations, understandings, awakenings about this relationship. Still a lot of lessons to learn here. But the definite blocker in the stall out here is this issue of vulnerability for one, this issue of lack and not being able to communicate clearly on the other, right? Very strange indeed. So, let's see, Scorpio, let's get some love cards on it. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear. If you want it to be. If you want the path to be clear, it's clear. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. As they are. In the moment. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. I can't dominate you. I can't change you. You can't dominate me and change me. So either we come together and we learn to work with that, we learn to accept each other, be vulnerable and communicate, or it's going to, same cycle's going to keep being repeated here. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old. Now there was a resentment card in here, right? We must surrender the old resentments and look at it new. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and it will work out. But each of you have something that, you know, you need to pull the thorn out of your own eye type of situation, right? Before this can kind of move forward. So, Scorpio, timeless read. Ended up being a very strange love reading. But I'll be back, and I'll see you guys later.